popped up. Out goes Russell, in comes Zobrist. We'll check in with Tom Verducci with 2 out. And Tom, I know it's not Game 7 of the World Series, but this Hendricks has pitched in some high-pressure situations.
Yeah, Joe. Well, we saw him win the clinching game of the NLCS, 7 1/3 shutout innings against the Dodgers. Wasn't his first clincher. Go back to 2009 as a freshman. He pitched Dartmouth to the Ivy League championship with, you got it, 7 1/3 scoreless innings. Now, the stakes are a little bit higher tonight. This is not Cornell he's pitching against, but I guarantee you his pulse rate, facial expressions, exactly the same.
San Juan Capistrano, California, all the way to Hanover, New Hampshire for college, and then drafted by the Rangers. Here's a strike to Rajai Davis, and then at the trade deadline 2012 traded to the Cubs organization for Ryan Dempster, who's here at the ballpark traveling with the Cubs and wearing a crushed velvet sport coat. Here's one to third. It's foul. So Dempster has a hand in what's going on here tonight, as Hendricks came to the organization, came up in 2014. This ball just foul. Went 7-2. Hendricks 8-7 a year ago, and then it all came together, leading the big leagues in ERA and a 16-game winner.
At a bargain, a little over minimum he's making. He's starting Game 7.
Here comes an 0-2 pitch to Rajai Davis. Fly ball into right. Hayward is there, and so far Kyle Hendricks making it easy on Joe Madden and the Cubs, and hard on the Indians. Cubs up 2 after 4. Back after this from your local Fox station. Telecast is sponsored by T-Mobile One. Welcome to Unlimited Baseball. And welcome to Bedlam in Chicago. Murphy's Bleachers Wrigleyville. This game goes into the 5th inning. That's a really interesting conversation with David Ross coming in from the bullpen. He's been catching John Lester out in the pen. If Lester comes in, so does Ross, and I think Lester. Here's a fly ball into right center. Back at the wall, off the bat of Baez. 4-1. And this swing of the bat will end the night with a guy who's been so good all postseason for Cleveland, Corey Kluber. That ball was a rocket out to right center. First RBI of the World Series. It comes in Game 7 for Baez, who's made it a 4-1 lead here in the 5th. Bullpen, Mr. Lights Out, Andrew Miller. Look at those numbers. This postseason 2-0. He set a postseason record with his 29 strikeouts, albeit with more opportunity these days. And he's been phenomenal. The only guy to get him for a run is the guy at the plate, Dexter Fowler, who homered off him back at Wrigley. Out in front of that, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on or out. A run home on the home run by Baez. The biggest lead of the night, 4-1 Chicago here in the 5th.
Well, Miller will try to go as deep as he can. Maybe 3 innings. Try to keep it right here. Different adrenaline now.
Strike 2. Picked up from the Yankees. As the Cubs went the other direction, it got a roll as Chapman from the Yankees in season. Here's a 1-2 to Fowler. That's a base hit. Fowler on to continue the 5th. Nobody out. And back to the homer by Baez and the reaction in the Cub bullpen. First the swing.
An absolute hanger, and he goes to the right side of the field. If he tries to pull it, this has been the problem. And then Lester, who's been warming up, looking like he wants to come in the 5th inning, says that's okay by me. And Corey Kluber exits the game for the first time without a strikeout in the game.
Fowler at first. Schwarber grounds one to short, might be two. Lindor flips out over to first. Got him. Double play. And well turned by the middle infield. Schwarber is going to stay at first for the moment. He's been called out. He's asking Joe Maddon to maybe check it. Let's take a look.
Very close. Can't tell if the heel gets down, the toe coming down when the ball is in. Very close.
Man. Again, it's clear and convincing evidence to overturn the call. And they're going to look at it. I don't know if we've seen anything that tells you they're going to make it 1 on 1 out instead of 2 on and nobody out. Meanwhile, just to say it again as we give you another look. I would. Well, we've seen him many times this postseason where they stick with the call. Back of the glove. I think he's out. Again for Corey Kluber, his first career appearance without a strikeout. Tonight is his 145th appearance, 140 starts. Double play. 6-4-3. Kluber goes 4+, allows 4 runs on 6 hits. No walks or strikeouts, 2 home runs and a hit batsman. Different story as he tries to go for the 3rd time in 9 days and be effective against the same group. Here's Bryant with the bases empty. Chris 1 for 2 with a run scored. Ball 1 low. Lester is still throwing in the bullpen. It just makes you think he's coming in. That means Ross will enter, and that means, for my money, the Cubs are taking Kyle Hendricks out awfully early. He's allowed 1 run on 4 hits. He's been able to stay calm, pitch around 2 errors. And he won't have pitched enough tonight to get a decision as Bryant takes outside 2-1.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to happen.